Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, we're going to take a look at Masquerade Cinderella from the Cinderella series. Her ability description is starts fever time and Prince Charming Tsum appears for a short period of time. And in order for you to activate her ability, you will need to charge her up. And in order to do that, you will need to get anywhere between 16 to 21 copies of her on the screen. And that number will depend on what skill level you have her at. So take a look at the bottom right hand corner and check out that chart because it will tell you how many you need depending on the skill level that you have her at. And her minimum score is 20 with a maximum score of 1098, which is pretty good. And if you want to get her to skill level 6, you will need to get a total of 32 copy of her, which is in the average range. And her ability, essentially what happens is when you activate her ability, Prince Charming will show up. And then you could connect all the Cinderella and Prince Charming as one really long chain, or you could connect it as multiple separate chains. And some of the strategy when you are using Masquerade Cinderella is actually activate her ability as soon as possible. Don't wait for a lot of chains or try to get a lot of Cinderellas on the screen. And these were something that I tested actually. I tested it right here. For example, I wanted to see if it makes sense for me to collect a lot of Cinderellas first before activating the ability, and that doesn't really help because not a lot of Prince Charming spawns, so you definitely want to just activate her ability as soon as possible and connect Cinderella and Prince Charming as fast as possible, even though if it's not the longest chain, because the more you connect, the more coins you're going to get and the higher the score is going to be. But let's take a look at a comparison between the skill level 1, 2, and 3 so that way you guys get a better idea of what they look like at the lower 3 levels. Alright, so we are comparing skill level 1, 2, and 3 here, and there are actually 2 differences here between all 3 of the skill levels. As you level her up, you will require less Tsums to charge up her ability, and also the Tsum animation will last a little bit longer. Skill level 1 will be 2.5 seconds, skill level 2 will be 3.2 seconds, and skill level 3 is 3.9 seconds. So it is a little bit longer every single time you level her up, as well as requiring one less Tsums to activate her ability. Now overall, I don't necessarily would say Cinderella is not one that you really need. Masquerade Cinderella is in the medium range of popularity. Well, I guess like it's a really cool Tsum, like her animation is really cool. If you haven't noticed, all the Masquerade Tsums that we're having this month, all the animations are 3D, but really she's not gonna be good for coins, not great for points. I would say the only thing she's really good at is if you are using her to start a fever. We do sometimes get those bingo missions, and also sometimes we get those missions on a monthly basis where you need to activate 7 or 8 fevers per game, and having one of these Tsums will really help. And the strategy to using Masquerade Cinderella for the fever is make sure you activate her ability when you are already in fever time, so that way it counts as 2 because you already activate her ability, or when you're already in fever time that counts as 1, and then when you activate her ability it counts as 2 fevers. So that's one of my strategy when it comes to using Masquerade Cinderella for the fever time. But overall, I would say definitely not worth your coins. I would say recommend you to save your coins versus trying to get a copy of Masquerade Cinderella. But what I also want to show you is activating the ability at the same time. And really for this one, it is a little bit hard to tell. So I'm just going to show you and focus on how long the duration really lasts. As I mentioned, the difference here is that the skill level 1 is going to be a lot quicker versus 2 and 3. So you'll see here that the animation ends first for skill level 1, then skill level 2, and skill level 3. These are all activated at the same time. So you may want to just rewind back and see it in full speed. But anyways, I do want to show you my coin earnings for all 3 of these demonstrations. For skill level 1, I got 834. Skill level 2, I got 1,412. And for skill level 3, I got 2,124. So not great for coins, maybe at the higher levels, but for skill level 1, 2, and 3 is a pass. So that's pretty much it for Masquerade Cinderella. I hope that you guys found this video helpful or at least entertaining. And if you would like to see more Tsum Tsum content just like this one, don't forget to scroll down and hit the subscribe button. And as always, thank you so much for watching.